Welcome back. The waters will be taken over this weekend by boaters who have a need for speed, and you can see it all for free.
The annual Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix boat races will take place on Lido Beach tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. But before heading over there, ABC 7's Jackie Kelly has some tips you need to keep in mind. Jackie?
Scott, Jacqueline, I'm here at the Van Wezel parking lot, and you can just sense the excitement from fans and boaters for this weekend. Now, earlier I talked with the festival director, and she told me everything you need to know before this weekend. This weekend is sure to be one big party on the Suncoast, but it's a party that starts early, so be sure to set your alarm clock.
If you're planning on going to the beach, you want to get out to the beach early to get your spot.
Boaters in the area should be aware of closures.
New Pass will be closed from approximately 8:30 in the morning until the races are over, so that usually runs 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There'll be local law enforcement out there and Coast Guard officials guiding people out, and when those passes reopen. The boat ramp is also closed to the public until 6 p.m. on Sunday.
And while the weather can be unpredictable this time of year, the festival director says they won't let showers rain on their parade.
And the only time the race is halted is if there's lightning. So we have a big tent you can sit under, you can watch the boats get craned in, ramped in, and also we have a huge jumbotron where you can watch a live stream of all the racing action on Saturday and Sunday.
Speaking of action, one driver ensures fans that the races will be anything but boring.
If it's smooth, it'll be a fast race. If it's rough, you'll see some big air stuff.
But at the end of the day, win or lose, drivers say raising money for Suncoast Charities for Children is the greatest reward.
You know, it doesn't matter kind of what happens. Everything's going to charity for the kids, and that means a lot.
The event organizers say that if you are going to come to the Van Wezel parking lot, to make sure to Uber or catch an iRide. Now those iRides will pick you up from either of the downtown Sarasota parking lots and take you here. Reporting live from Sarasota, Jackie Kelly, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jackie, thank you so much. Let's check now with Bob. Of course, it all depends on the weather, as we heard. Bob?
Yeah, and it is predictable in some cases this time of year. We are predicting some showers scattered about in the Gulf of Mexico to start things off tomorrow morning. The rain chances are fairly high that we'll see scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. We heard the director say that the lightning is the only problem, and I think we'll have more of a chance of that on Saturday as opposed to Sunday. But again, Sunday there's still a chance we could see some scattered storms as well. Here's the boating forecast. A lot of boaters will be out there, and the racers as well as the throttlemen, and south winds at 10 knots. Seas will be running 1 to 2 feet, so pretty smooth conditions out there for the most part. The water temperature at 86 degrees. The UV index will be at an 8. We'll see a mixture of cloudy skies at times. We'll start off with a few showers in the morning, then some peaks of the sun throughout the day. Not a lot, but we will see a few showers and storms too, like we saw this morning. They will be widely scattered here across the area. You can see right now things are winding down, so we've got a little reprieve here going on for a couple of hours at least, but still quite a bit of energy out here, so I expect to see some redevelopment later on tonight in the Gulf, and then possibly working this way onshore during the early morning hours. Right now, it's light rain at best at Lido, also Siesta Key. Quite a bit of clouds around there at present. These are really weakening here as of late. They haven't been all that strong in the first place, and they're moving off to the east at around 10 miles an hour. So all in all, pretty good night out there at the Van Wezel parking lot for the big celebration and party going on, as we see that rain is really weakening as it makes its way off to the east. Elsewhere, not much going on out here in the Gulf of Mexico at this time. A few storms well offshore, about 100 miles southwest of Venice. All that, again, a little heavier down south, associated with a weak area of low pressure. Now, this low pressure system has really bumped the high pressure ridge out of the way, and that's allowing us to see a little bit more cloudiness and a few more thunderstorms around the Suncoast. More on your weather forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you. New details tonight on a controlled burn that got out of control in East Point, Florida. Officials are now estimating $1.7 million in property damage was lost after the fire destroyed 36 homes. Franklin County officials say many people who lost their homes were renters without insurance. State workers are now working to process insurance claims, provide temporary housing, and replace driver licenses. A federal program that pays for hotel rooms for hurricane victims is coming to an end. FEMA's Transitional Sheltering Assistance Program will end July 1st. It has helped roughly 2,500 families displaced by Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria. The program that's paying for hotel rooms has already been extended 7 times. The agency says assistance will remain available for those who need it, and there are other options for those who can't afford to leave federal assistance altogether on July 1st. FEMA has asked those survivors to call its hotline.
A mother from Brazil and her 9-year-old son are back together today after winning her lawsuit to have her son released from a shelter in Chicago. The Trump administration continues to come under fire for the zero-tolerance policy that has separated parents and children who cross the U.S. border illegally. ABC's Linda Lopez shows us how outrage around the country continues to grow.
At Dulles International Airport outside Washington, D.C., Brenda hugs her 7-year-old son, Kevin. The two finally reunited after she was held in Denver a month ago while her young son was shipped thousands of miles away to a facility in Miami. Another undocumented immigrant family experiencing the same joy Thursday, Lydia Sousa holding her son Diogo tight after a judge ruled he must be released from a Chicago area shelter immediately and returned to his mom. The two separated at the southern border a month ago, where she came to seek asylum. Asked what she would say to President Trump, Sousa said through a translator,
"Don't do this to the children."
Both families separated as a result of President Trump's zero-tolerance policy for migrants illegally crossing the border, requiring the parents to be criminally charged and the children to be taken to shelters, with many parents saying they don't know where their kids go. Earlier this week on Capitol Hill, Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar said,
"There is no reason why any parent would not know where their child is located."
But Lydia Sousa saying she had to track down Diogo herself. And Brenda telling ABC she begged for information for weeks before she was told her son was in the Miami facility. A federal judge has now ordered the government to reunite more than 2,000 children with their parents within 30 days, children under 5 within 14 days. Meanwhile, outrage around the country continues to grow, with protests in cities like Brownsville, Texas, and in Washington, D.C., demanding the end to family separations. And tomorrow, more than 600 marches, expected to draw hundreds of thousands of people, will take place nationwide by the same people who helped organize the massive women's marches. Linda Lopez, ABC News, New York.
A Florida woman has completed a more than 100-mile voyage from Cuba to the Florida Keys on a stand-up paddleboard. We first brought you this story on Monday when Victoria Burgess set off on her journey from Havana. She arrived in Key West on Wednesday, paddling across the Florida Straits in just under 28 hours. Burgess is believed to be the first woman to make the trip from Cuba to the Keys on a stand-up paddleboard. The 34-year-old said she wanted to set a record and serve to inspire others to accomplish their goals.
A dozen students from Booker High School are wrapping up a week they won't soon forget. They took part in this summer's Sea to Shore Eco Explorer Camp. The kids stayed overnight in a hotel, were based at New College of Florida, and had different marine-based field trips throughout each day. This morning, they boarded a boat near Mote Marine Lab and cruised out into Sarasota Bay looking for wildlife. One of the students said it's been a fun and interesting week.
So we swam with manatees, and we learned all about manatees and their anatomy, how they work, how they swim, and what not to do when you're around them. Mostly it's just all learning about marine ecosystems and having a lot of fun while we're at it.
And speaking of manatees, just minutes after leaving the dock, the camp counselor texted us to say that they came face-to-face with a manatee in Sarasota Bay.
Looking ahead to this weekend, the city of Northport will celebrate the start of construction for a new aquatic center at Butler Park. That aquatic center will be built right across from the Morgan Family Community Center. It will include a 25-meter stretch pool, a lazy river, a kids' activity pool, slides, concessions, and more. The construction is set to be finished by July of next year. That will be popular.
Yeah.
Yep. Still to come in your Suncoast News, some credit card companies are rolling back perks due to low usage. Is your card one of them?
We'll tell you which companies are involved and what perks they're cutting back on, coming up next.
Choral Artists of Sarasota presents Patriotic Spectacular July 4th, 4:30 p.m. at First Church, Sarasota. Choral Artists of Sarasota's annual Independence Day celebration features traditional patriotic favorites, plus a choral salute to the 100th anniversary of Leonard Bernstein and a tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. narrated by Nate Jacobs. Come for the concert and stay for the fireworks over Sarasota Bay. Tickets at choralartistsarasota.org or by calling 941-387-4900.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
A morning exercise routine is a healthy way to start the day. Kim Hutcherson has some tips on how to stay on track with your AM fitness plan.
Getting a morning exercise routine going all starts the night before. The foods you eat in the evening will impact how you feel when you hit the gym. Go for lean protein, veggies, and healthy fats so you wake up feeling refreshed, not tired. Force yourself to fall asleep early. It'll be easier to get out of bed in the morning if you've logged your expert-recommended 7 to 8 hours. Limit cell phone, computer, and TV use before bedtime. They emit blue light that can affect your Z's. Find something to look forward to. It can be something as simple as a new playlist. Excitement is a powerful motivator and can help you get up during the wee morning hours. Having a workout buddy can also help. Making plans to meet at the gym or a class will hold you accountable. Finally, set up your morning ahead of time. Lay out your clothes and have a pot of coffee ready to brew. The less you have to think about when the alarm goes off, the better. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, webcam from Anna Maria showing the clouds around. Not a lot of rainfall there. It fell earlier in the morning, but not much in the afternoon. And things are rather calm out on the waters, and it looks as though we'll see a few showers redevelop later on tonight. Boy, it was lit up earlier today. Lots of storms around. Big ones to the north of us, a little trough of low pressure, if you will, hanging out in the northern Gulf of Mexico. Just enough instability in the atmosphere to break down that ridge. It's been dominating our weather as of late. That ridge is going away, and it's weakening as it pushes off to the west now. As I mentioned, a little bit of light rain now. Lido, also up near Pinellas County, and stretching off toward the north end of Siesta Key. The rain hasn't been all that intense, but it just shows you that we still have some possibility of scattered showers through this evening, with the stronger cells staying offshore for the time being. I think we'll see redevelopment, though, later on tonight. Right now, here's the rainfall estimates. You can see some areas didn't get any rain. Bayshore Gardens, maybe a few sprinkles earlier, a little bit more so down south, but even that wasn't all that intense. Parrish had some showers there and some heavier activity. We had 1 inch there in Parrish, but you'll notice the Anna Maria Island to the north end anyway just had 0.2 of an inch of rain. As I said, we'll get some more tomorrow, a little less on Sunday, but there'll be still some storms around. So the forecast tonight, a few light rain showers in scattered areas, not everywhere, as we're seeing right now with that light rain near Lido. And then tonight, 9 o'clock, still a few showers around and not a lot. And then by 11 o'clock, we may see some thunderstorms developing out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Currently, you have clouds and the temperature 84 degrees. It feels like 90. That's our normal. Northwest winds at 7 and the pressure 30.01 inches. And the high today warmed to 87. Finally below average because of the increased cloud cover. This morning's low was warm, though, at 80 degrees. 75 is our normal. Rainfall, we're not doing all that well at the airport anyway. Anywhere west of I-75, we haven't seen a lot of rain throughout the month of June. Most of it has been inland because of that persistent west wind we've seen. And it looks as though I think we'll see similar conditions again tomorrow, more rain inland areas as opposed to right on the beach. But we will still see some scattered showers. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be some around, but they'll be scattered throughout the day with the heat index warming into the mid-90s as opposed to the 100-degree range. And we'll see clouds now and again. Now, more clouds than sun, I think, throughout most of the day, although there will be times that we'll see some sunshine. And then maybe a little break in the rainfall by the afternoon hours, then redeveloping later on in the evening. Well, not a whole lot going on this busy travel day across the U.S. All is fairly quiet. There's no major storms around. We've got a little piece of energy working its way across parts of Canada tonight. Now, west, the big story has been the heat. It has been extremely hot. Denver yesterday set an all-time record high at 105, and that fire danger persists right there from Colorado all the way over to Utah tonight. And the heat has shifted a little bit to the east now. Kansas City at 97, Minneapolis 98 degrees. That's your actual temperature, and their heat index up to 100 today. 90 in Cleveland. Those are current temps. And now we take a look at the firecracker weather for tomorrow. It's staying hot in Kansas City and Dallas at 100. 95 expected in Cleveland. Toronto and Detroit will be warmer there than it will be here in Florida. South winds at 10 knots for boaters. Seas will be running 1 to 2 feet. And a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The extended forecast then calling for 60% chance for scattered showers and storms on Saturday, a little less on Sunday. They'll still be around, and then we'll stay with summer pattern all the way through the 4th of July evening with a chance for scattered storms at 9 p.m. Well, just yesterday, an organization up in Bradenton had a chance to take 30 vets fishing, all expenses paid. Here's more. Paying it forward. That is what the Bradenton Elks Club 1511 did as they footed the bill to take over 30 military vets for an all-expenses-paid fishing trip with 8 of the top fishing guides of Manatee County.
This is unbelievable that they can do this for veterans, man. It really gets us out and into the real world and catching fish, man. It doesn't get any better.
These vets come from all the forces, and the camaraderie and competition is quite evident.
If it wasn't for the Navy, we wouldn't have our freedom here in America. Navy is the best. If you don't believe me, John Wayne has more Navy movies than Army movies.
Yeah, because he's still trying to say
that's
gravy.
my story, and I'm sticking to it.
The boats were stocked up with food and beverages, and the captains were happy to be there.
We're happy to do it, so we're going to go out and have a good time, bend the rod.
The boats took off from the 59th Street boat ramp, and 4 hours later, they came back with lots of smiles and winners. And here is one of those guys, a first-time angler.
First time. I guess you call it beginner's luck. Good thing is I won some cash out the deal.
Yeah.
I had a great captain, too, by the way.
He caught the biggest trout at 29 inches, and the biggest snook goes to this guy at 34 inches. Nice fish. Everyone was a winner today, captains and vets alike, thanks to the Bradenton Elks Club.
This is our 6th year taking veterans out. We received grants from our national organization that allows us to give back to the veteran community.
And from the looks of these faces, this grant paid off.
Take a vet fishing because someday they might save your life or somebody's life that you know. How about that?
That's Captain Engel right there, and they really like doing it. He put all the captains together. Here's a captain, Captain Alan Roth, taking this customer out on the right in the blue shirt, catching a bull red, 40-inch redfish right there. And the friendliest catch, Captain Johnny Walker was out with another tournament this past week. all part of the boat races and the fun weekend. Captain Johnny Walker, always a great participant with that, and actually started that program many years ago. And Coach Steve Herrick was out there, and I guess the redfish are around, even near the coast there, near the line, Lombo Key. That was a big red for his customer. Brian Marcy, Captain Brian Marcy out there, got some little toonie. We got a barracuda as well as a jack crevalle, it looks like. So fishing happening, and a lot of the captains are saying not a big problem with red tide. That they're not seeing many bait fish die, in their bait wells, and so things are looking pretty good. They're still out there, obviously, and still causing some problems.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, and I have the full report on our mysuncoast.com too, so you can read the latest report.
All right, thanks, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. US 41 in Bradenton is backed up around the Cortez Road intersection. We're seeing some congestion in both the north and southbound lanes on this Friday evening.
Thanks, Jacqueline. A nationwide Comcast outage is causing problems for thousands of customers. Some of its TV, broadband, and telephone customers across the country affected. Comcast is the nation's largest broadband provider with more than 26 million subscribers. Also one of the largest pay TV providers with more than 22 million subscribers. On Twitter, Comcast said one of its large backbone network partners cut a fiber that may also be impacting other providers. Company did not say when its services will be back up and running, but it says crews are working as quickly as possible to restore service. So major credit card companies are cutting their perks. Here's what you need to know. In February, Discover got rid of purchase protection, flight accident insurance, and return guarantee, among others. Last month, Chase removed price and return protection and lowered trip cancellation coverage. And then in July, some Citi cards will no longer offer roadside assistance or lost baggage protection. And now industry analysts expect more credit card companies to follow suit.
Jeffrey the giraffe is heading into the sunset. Toys R Us is closing the rest of its stores across the U.S. today. Last year, the 70-year-old retailer filed for bankruptcy, but Christmas sales were lacking and it could not rebound. Analysts say the company was doomed by major debt that rose after it was taken private in 2005. Some employees have staged protests saying they did not receive a severance. Toys R Us will still have some facilities in other countries, including Canada.
I talked to someone here at the station who went to the Bradenton store yesterday, and they said there was very little left.
I know, I've seen lots of pictures of just bare shelves, and of course that iconic picture of Jeffrey the giraffe standing among those shelves.
The shelves are for sale, too.
Really?
You need shelves.
Well, there you go.
Entertainment news is next.
Get to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the Chrysler Pacifica Incredible Sales Event. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota today.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. I'm retired Colonel Greg Gatson, and it's my mission to help you get the benefits and services you've earned. If you need to file a VA claim, remember these important steps. Submit an online claim through ebenefits.va.gov. Work with an accredited Veteran Service Organization, or VSO. And if you need to attend a VA claim exam, please go. Visit this website to learn what to expect.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Time magazine releasing its roundup of the most influential people on the internet. Kylie Jenner, Kanye West, Rihanna, Busy Phillips, and Korean pop act BTS all made the cut. The magazine chose contenders for its annual list by looking at their global impact on social media and their overall ability to drive news. Others who made the 25-entry list include President Trump, Matt Drudge, Logan and Jake Paul, and the students of Parkland, Florida, pushing for gun reform.
Drake has confirmed that he's a father on his new album. The 31-year-old rapper released Scorpion today. In 2 songs, he addresses rumors that he fathered a son with a former French adult film star. In Emotionless, he says, "I wasn't hiding my kid from the world. I was hiding the world from my kid." Rumors regarding Drake's son reemerged last month when Pusha T released a track alleging Drake had a secret love child that he was keeping under wraps and refused to acknowledge.
Actress Julia Roberts has joined Instagram after intentionally avoiding all social media for years. She captioned her first post with a sunshine emoji and a simple hello, and then racked up more than 400,000 followers on her first day. Last check, she was not following anyone herself.
Well, if you go to the movies this weekend, there's a good chance you'll see Josh Brolin. The actor's new movie, Sicario, Day of the Soldado, opens in theaters tonight, joining his other 2 blockbusters, Deadpool 2 and Avengers Infinity War. Looks like the theaters are just filled with movies with him.
He's been busy.
Popular.
I saw an interview recently with him. He said, yeah, I'm going to take some time off. People don't need to see me for a while.
Probably a good idea.
We'll be right back.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
I just need a second.
Is your weight holding you back and affecting your health?
Did you see this? Your cousin had a heart attack.
Really?
Excess weight or obesity can be serious, but you can do something about it. Visit yourweightmatters.org. Download the free toolkit to prepare you to speak with a healthcare provider. Your weight does matter. Accept the challenge and take charge today. Visit yourweightmatters.org.
Watch Suncoast View weekdays at 9 a.m. starting Monday, July 2nd.